Welcome to the A Circle, where we dedicated to entrepreneurial excellence. We believe that every successful business starts with a moment of inspiration, a spark that ignites journeys towards innovation and achievement. Our mission is to nurture the spark, guiding entrepreneurs through the complexity and opportunity that defines the modern business landscape. Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Alvin.
Hi, I'm Adeline.
Welcome to the A Circle. From our previous conversation, let's continue.
Yes, let us continue.
Introduce yourself, please.
How should I begin? Actually, I think I will begin my second journey of business ship because the first business I already sold off, so there's nothing much to be talked about. I was previously a group chairman for a retail chain of pharmacy. Secondly, now actually I'm doing e-commerce and platform to connect all the pharmacies and doctors together, clinics, not just doctors, clinics together to bring the value up for all these establishments. The reason I started that is a need for me to solve the diminishing profits from these two industries. And I don't really just want to talk about just profit. I also want to solve a lot of consumers issue, where to get the right doctors, where to get the right pharmacists. Future actually will even open up to TCM, physiotherapists, nutrition, dietitian, nurses. This platform is called White Coat 360. We really hope actually to help everybody, not just the doctors and or whatever white people wearing white coats, but also towards consumer. That's how my journey is. I'm also a part-time lecturer in US. I write blogs in LinkedIn. Currently, we are doing podcast. This podcast actually is also a way for me to learn and for you to learn.
I myself am a physiotherapist. Yeah, so the reason why I go into physiotherapy is because I used to do a lot more martial arts and I do a lot of other different sports, during my journey of the sports journey. So I have had a lot of injuries. And that actually makes me think like, I want to do something for the people, as in like for the athletes. That's why I went into physiotherapy. Becoming a physician. That is how I started my physiotherapy journey because I want to help more people with my knowledge, with my skills to improve their performance, to improve their injuries. So that's why I chose physiotherapy because I'm more a science person. I'm not really a number person. I like doing sharing, sharing the knowledge, insights about healthcare, about physiotherapy. That is how I actually, joint venture with Prince and also with Adeline to come up with this podcast where I can actually share our knowledge, not just in physiotherapy, because I also have my own clinic, physiotherapy clinic as well in KL. This is what I find out, after so many years of practicing as a physiotherapy, that a lot of my clients actually say, you really like to share. And, that's what I really find out. And that's what I like to, what I really like to do is just to share my knowledge without putting, and it's also to let them know what is happening to their body. That's, to me, is very important. And by doing this podcast, it's also like sharing my entrepreneurship as well with all of you so that we can all learn together and also learning from the other aspect as well.
Now, myself, Adeline, over experience in sales across the education, property, and healthcare sector. Now, my transition is more to starting a new journey of entrepreneurship, which is more focused on more to digital, social media marketing, crafting unique business identity for startup, and also developing compelling landing page and creating engaging ebook. So while I joining podcasts together with Chris and Alvin is I want to learn more and to upgrade myself through what experience they have and they share. So now I believe each entrepreneurial journey is a blend of ambition, challenge, and transformation. Today we are starting to begin. Chris, what pushed you to take the leap into entrepreneurship?
My journey it started even during secondary school. I always loved to think money. That was usually when we all started. We wanted money. But as my journey, because actually we are in the retail pharmacy, we find that money is not a big issue, but we appreciate it when you actually solve our patient or customer problem. We even go extra mile. We don't even charge them, just that make sure they have what they do. For example, we were asked by a big factories, a Japanese factory, they were having a big virus attack. Um, they need the medication very, very urgent. That time, it was Friday evening. And Saturday and Sunday, most of the pharma company actually closed. So what we did was we went to negotiate with the pharma company that we need to come in on Saturday morning just to collect medication. And they finally agree because this is a state of emergency. They allow us to drive into their warehouse, which is only for selected people. We bring the medication immediately. We rush back to the factory, which is in Bali, and we give them all the thing. And the company they appreciated. They were one of our customer until I solve my business. It's not about money. It's about relationship and also how to solve the problem. That's why I keep on jumping into entrepreneurship, even I solve my retail pharmacy. I also saw the problem with the current situation of in the pharmaceutical line, especially retail and also the clinics. I want to come in to help them. I find that they need a platform to inform them where is the good one. For example, you know where is a good diabetics care pharmacy or wound care pharmacy or even wound care clinic. That's how we started this platform called Why Good Treat This All.
I like what Preet saying that money is not that important. The important thing is that how to solve the customer problem
Yeah.
or issue. That is fantastic. Alvin,
Mhm.
tell us about your early days. What was your industry like when you started?
That's a very good question, I would say. As a physiotherapist, I think those who are listening, if let's say you are physio, I think you will agree with me that, because we are still quite laid back in Malaysia, we're still learning the learning base. We're still babies, to be honest. Where compared to other countries, maybe America, where they have more advanced technique, more advanced knowledge compared to us. That's why in our association, they keep coming, inviting guest speaker from overseas to teach that so that we can keep updating ourselves. I feel like what Chris was saying, solving the client's problem. Like for myself, that is what gives me satisfaction as well as a physiotherapist. Because when the patient comes in with maybe shoulder pain, some of them they have actually seen a number of other therapies as well. At my early days, when I was working in hospital, there are a lot of protocols or procedure that we need to follow as a staff. So I find that's a limitation in that way. There are rules that we need to, follow. I totally understand that. There's an SOP, right? But when it comes to human, like patients, I find that we need to be a bit more flexible because we have so many systems in our body. And what we have learned in school, how I look at it, is not enough. Yeah, that's why I try to keep myself updated with the current knowledge or techniques. Yeah, that is how I help my patients. After I learn the new technique and I treat my patients and solve that problem faster and more effective. Yeah, instead of spending time, maybe 10 sessions and see no improvement. So, I mean, during the early days, I have this patient having a neck pain come into the hospital when I was still working in hospital. So after 10, 20 sessions, that's not much of improvement, to be honest. So that makes me think, like, why is it not working here? What you have learned in school, yes, of course it works, but why is it not working on this particular person, this particular patient? But I believe that there's something more.
So that's
Yeah.
why you start your own business.
Yeah, that is why I started my own, so that I can treat them with other techniques and not limited to just what the hospital require us to do for that particular condition. I think as a physiotherapist, we need to be more open-minded and need to willing to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like in your entrepreneurship, we need to explore and experiment, try and errors. Yeah, without trying deep, you may not know whether it works or not.
As for me, I'm at the beginning of what I hope will be a real entrepreneurial journey. I'm stepped into this world driven by a passion to make a difference and vision for what I believe can be achieved. But however, passion and vision alone aren't enough. They are just the starting point. I realized to manifest all this, I need to learn and the challenge ahead. I knew I have to like surround myself with the right person, right resources, like Alvin and Chris. This is why I'm here, eager to soak up every lesson from them. I normally will like hang around with them to get more information for myself and to learn more things from them. That is why we started this the ACE circle. Now we are moving on. Let's talk about challenges. Since we are talking about entrepreneurship is never so quick. Can you share a significant setback you faced and how you overcome it? So we can learn from it. And we can like save our time.
Yeah.
Have a shortcut.
Yes.
The plot.
Project research I mentioned in retail pharmacy was about human being, and also the second thing was about event. I myself is a person who likes to gather everyone's what I call knowledge to solve a lot of problems facing daily. But then when we found that certain times, especially some we people doesn't work with certain people, this actually one of the biggest issue was how do you solve them? And so we use BIC to identify which person to, even that there are certain people we redirect to move to another post because they are so used to that post that they think that, to me, every post is the same level. But today it's like when I move this, I'm downgraded. What I try to do is I motivate them. I will try to talk to them. And most of the time, I treat them as family. Whenever they are happy, they are sad, I will ask them to report to me because I want to celebrate these things, their happiness. For example, their father birthday. I love to, if I will buy a small cake for them to bring home. Whatever their sadness in their family or in their personal relationship, they tell me sometimes even in entrepreneurial, one head is difficult to solve a problem. When you have so many heads together, you can bring up the problem and then we solve together. My things to them is beyond changing your mindset. Do not stay in the circle. You must jump out. From there, you can look. Okay, there are so many solutions to one problem.
I love that. Love what you give to your staff. That is very important.
I think that's very important to jump out from the box.
Yeah.
We can be too comfortable in what we do.
Yeah. A comfort zone. Like.
Our comfort zone, not willing to come out from there. Sometimes we just get stuck in that situation and not able to progress into where we're supposed to go or where we have actually potential to reach the goal.
B, what was one of your biggest hurdles when you start your journey?
What's my biggest hurdle? A few. I think the biggest one that I can think of, I think is the most recent, as in during the COVID. Yeah, I think during the COVID, I think it hit a lot of people. It's a big impact. Because that time we just started with my partner. We were renovating the space, and then the COVID hit, and everything had to stop. So we can't do any. We can't do any excitement. We can't feed people. And I remember that was because COVID. I mean, for Malaysia, it was closed.
About 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it was March 8th. So during April, I mean, the government open up a bit. so we can still treat people. But I remember April, I'm full client.
Yeah.
Beginning of the month and end of the month, yeah, very challenging. And because the time the COVID, was still quite active, and then people are also worried. So the time I have only maybe like with 10 figures I can count. Yeah, for that few months, as an per month, how many patients? Okay. So I think, but I'm grateful that we managed to pull it through. When I'm not seeing any patients, I was just doing some part times where I can find, like let's say doing grabs, sending food to other people's house. Yeah. So these some hot jobs that I was doing. Yeah, just to keep myself alive and keep the business sustained. Because we still need to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest challenge that I have been through. You have to do something about it, right? Uh,
One of
but
my biggest challenges, actually, I say is like, I don't know where to start. I also don't know what is my vision.
You're at the crossroad, right?
Yes. So normally I standing at the crossroad and I don't know what to do. So this is my paralyzed kid. This wasn't just about choosing a path. It was about fearing also.
Mm.
Fear to step up. So that is all I struggle to make decision, and also I feeling like stuck there. So my breakthrough come with my mentor introduced me to an AI expert last year. So from then I feel that I have something will change. It's like the light from the tunnel for me.
Ah.
And also I have Elvin and Tris to help me on that. So I'm so grateful I have that. Then what changed my approach was realizing how crucial it is to have a mentor,
Mm.
mentors, and also of course to equip with my right mindset also.
Mm.
If I don't have a right mindset, actually cannot move on, although you have a fantastic mentors. Additional, actually joining a community of like-minded individual who were also on their entrepreneurial path, actually that is very helpful. This community, that's why I met Elvin and Andrew. Helped me really start that there is a right environment and their support is so crucial to me to turn my indecision into actions, transforming my fear into a roadmap for
Mm.
moving forward. Thank you. So now what is our turning point through our pathway?
Since you brought up about our mentor, we actually all work like having the same mentor.
yeah.
His name is Vince Tan. He actually opened up our perspective, especially in the roadblocks in front of us, or something we feel what's going to happen when we want to continue. This is the times during the COVID. Most pharmacy will tell you that's the best sales of the year. Of so many years was the best one. After when the thing opened, then you see the sales doesn't really go back even before the COVID. It's not fear about myself, it's a fear about myself. Because they all depends on my territory. I joined Winston's group. I learned how to learn a different perspective, different channel, different social media thing to expand my horizontal towards other business. When I have to start off my business, I've told immediately because I know that I need to do something, which is the one just I mentioned the business. And this podcast I only because on these two invitations from Elvi and Adelie that I think is good way for me to learn further. There's no way for me to stop learning. I'm still on learning. You will see some of the futures people we interview, maybe younger than us, we learn. By learning this journey and sharing is a part that you all can learn also. And I think Adeline is actually very in a very good place to understand finding his need. As Alvin, he actually may not be in the business so long, but he actually start to gather moment. So to me, like Adeline, actually, from her journey from starting to now, I think that's the year. It's a very good example,
Yeah.
you know.
I totally agree. We need to learn from different people, and you can also share with the people maybe like I'm at the middle, and then I can share with Adeline where she's starting,
Yes.
right? And I'm learning from Pri because she is already there.
And I'm not feeling alone now
Yeah.
because I have Elvin and
Yeah,
that is collaboration.
that's a partnership, that's a collaboration, where we are actually learning from each other, and it's a lifelong learning. Yeah, I believe it's a lifelong learning, whether in whatever you do, you always need to learn, whether it's good or bad. As in, like, that I think one of the quote I remember is actually like, either you are already successful or you're one step closer to success. Yeah, so that's a mindset change in me. You see, so I mean, to me, it's like either you successful or you fail.
Actually, mindset is very important for
Yeah.
me. I joined Vin's Sun for about 2 years
Yeah.
ago, but I never take
Sure.
actions. So you can't blame mentors actually in yourself whether you take that action. So actually last year only I get into more. Yes, correct. So that's why now I putting more effort. What I learned now from XP, which is the AI thing, then I will incorporate the AI with my talk now. Yeah, for the social media, content social media or the ebooks or
I think the most important, we are in the right group. You see that everyone was doing something, you feel motivated. I also want to do something. I think that's that pushes, keep us accountable.
yeah. That's why I believe on collaboration in the sense that, let's say last year, actually last year I'm thinking of doing this podcast, but never start. Why? Because we're scared. Then I need someone to back up me. Then Alvin come in. So Alvin said, I also interested to do podcast.
Yeah.
Why not we do together? Then at least, we're looking at then after that, we have another people coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why today we are here. Collaboration.
Yeah. I mean, that's the power of community or group, and finding a right mentor, finding a right group inside the group as well. With all these motivated, disciplined people, and some of them they have been there, done that. They can share their knowledge, and you kind of like shortcut lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also when we fall,
Mm.
then they will help us to like
Pick you up. I think it's very important, like, because otherwise, if you like alone, then you have negative thoughts, right? Then whatever maybe there's new opportunity, given to you, but you have this negative thoughts, and then you just reject whatever that's coming to you, and you say no, it can, it can fail. So I think that's one thing I learned from the group, the mindset shift. Yeah. Because like during COVID, yeah, it was tough. But thanks to this group, I kind of stay motivated. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be in the right group to be motivated. Even myself done that. I think a new one is also because of the entrepreneur. Oh, they are doing this. Why I haven't thought of that? That's why I joined it. I really find that it's interesting because all these are different industry people. And it's some are typo, some are just starting. But even the starting one also I learning from there. Different generation. Then you learn. Oh, you do like that one now. You work, yes.
and sometimes you want to get some ideas or whatever. When we go to the right person, they will give you a right answer. If not surrounded by you, sometimes they will give you all the negative thing. That's why you can't start your journey.
Whatever you are listen to us in podcast or you are watching us in YouTube, connect to us. Actually, connect to us. Maybe you are just starting with new idea, or you are already there, but you face a hurdle. Actually, us why we may not able to solve your problem, initially, but actually some of us actually know some people very powerful. That's why get to know us. We actually are very friendly people. Just talk to us and see how can we help, or maybe you can help us, man. That's what we actually looking forward to.
Yeah.
Just contact us at info
At
at
the
the eightcircle.com.
I think we will put the link to
Yeah,
there.
prepare.
Okay, as a wrap up, do you all have anything to give to our audience?
Other than listen to podcast, YouTube, I think most important to learn every day. Even if you don't like books, some people don't like books. Certain people love books. Uh, I have books, physical. I have e-books. I have watching YouTube, summarize the whole books, and also I have those audio books also I have. So yeah, whichever channel you love, because books can bring you something. In your perspective, you need to look at all those positive news, positive perspective, even like whatever to NVIDIA, whatever. Those things actually, the boss, whatever they say, is inspiration to you, especially you are going towards entrepreneur. Even you are not starting entrepreneur, you are still working for people. You always can learn and then help your bosses or achieve their goal.
That will increase your value, towards the company, towards your staff. I believe that's the staff investment. Yeah. So sometimes like what Chris was saying, reading book. Like right now, I'm actually reading like a book from Plateau. Yeah, leader. Yeah. So that's one of the good books I'm reading. And of course, you can also follow our YouTube, where we actually share all these entrepreneurship. Yeah. So that's where you can learn as well about entrepreneurs, different entrepreneurs in the future. And I think one of the message that I want to pass it to you is actually like, having a positive mindset and also taking the first step.
And then actually how actually other than you're following the mentor, what you actually
Follow your footsteps. Starting to read book. Okay, jumpstart your thinking.
do.
That book is quite good for me. Yeah, because might be your thinking, your mindset is not positive.
Okay.
Then I cannot start. So after I reading that book, actually make me move further.
Well, I think you also can follow us. Like I think we also have in our LinkedIn there. So for people to look to yes, I think we also sometimes share certain quotes, certain books that actually we read, and you I think like if you doesn't like what we recommend, just read. If you like cooking book, it's actually very good because it improves your cooking.
Yes,
Right?
that's true.
Not nothing like anything about entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Your hobby, you learn more about your hobby. Also, is a good way.
Yes. Well, as long as it's something that you enjoy doing. Yeah, it's something that you enjoy doing, then only it will last long. Yeah. So it's actually the discipline of doing it.
Find your passion.
Find your
Passion.
That's true.
And every setback actually is a win.
Correct.
Yeah, it's part of our unique entrepreneur story or journey.
Always celebrate your small win. We actually this one for three of us doing our first episode of podcast was actually a small win.
Yes.
Correct. We're still learning.
And we are still learning. Flowing. So it's the I think it's never ending. The learning is never ending. Yeah. So yep. Okay.
Thank you, Elvin, Tree, and myself.
Thank you.
For sharing all our journey, and also thank you, our listener, for joining us today. Don't forget to share your stories and questions with us on the 8th Circle Facebook or podcast. Then, or reach us in our email. Then we can help.
I mean, yeah, it's good to follow us because you see we're going to announce some entrepreneur will come up to our podcast or YouTube. So that's it's actually if you know that it's relevant to your industry, maybe you love it to listen to their struggles, their successful story. Think this will be all for today. you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.